Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with SmartOptionTrade.com. It is Friday, the 17th of October. This is our weekly recap. As always, if you want to join us, link in the description, come over to SmartOptionTrade.com and click on live trading alerts, and we'd love to have you join us in our Discord room. Let's talk about this week, and let's start off with the VIX. Last Friday, obviously, we had the huge down move in the markets and the up move up in the VIX after Trump decided that he was unhappy with China. After hours, he then slapped a 100% tariff on them. And then we started a very volatile week of back and forth on the VIX, going in and out of the Bollinger Bands and up into the 20 plus area until today we gapped up into almost 29. We have a very heavy reversal candle back in the Bollinger Bands. Typically, this has been a buy signal in the markets. The last week, it has not worked as well, right? It has not worked quite as well, but this looks like a buy signal. And the reason we're back in here today is that uh, Trump came out today and said that he's going to meet Xi after saying he wasn't going to meet Xi and that him and China are good and they can't be 100% tariffs. So kind of a reversal again and maybe, a sign of lessening there. That would be a wonderful, wonderful thing. All right, what else has been going on this week? Let's pull up the ES because I want you to see this. The scope of today's candle cannot be seen on the SPY unless you look at the ES, which took the full range of the day. We were in the process of breaking this morning. We came off the lows. Um, Part of the part of the reason we've been so weak yesterday and into this morning was concerns over contamination in the banks of auto loans, specifically in the subprime market, seem to be at bay, and this came because of Jefferies, which and Zion Bank, but none of the other banks have really voiced these concerns. So when Trump this morning came out and said things were different, the market rallied. You have a huge move up on the ES, and you can see very clearly here when he spoke, and you have that big move up. So bottom line, you have a very large reversal here. Bonds, not a lot going on there. Gold hit another all-time high before coming in today. That was overdue for a pull-in. Bitcoin remains very weak. And if you're looking for something concerning the Bitcoin here, is not participating. It's a lot of leverage in Bitcoin right now, and maybe it's getting unwound here, and maybe that's what's going on. As we go back to the S&P 500, we're still trading. I've been sick all week. I apologize. And last Friday's candle, which kicked us off the all-time high, just shy of the 50-day, we've come down, retested it, and held now multiple times and are holding the 50-day. We are closing right on the 8-day here with about 25 minutes to go. The cues look similar. Let's talk a little stronger. The financials. This is where the problem started yesterday. See that big down move. But you'll note the investment banks like JP Morgan and Goldman and Morgan Stanley were not hit all that hard. They held in much better. So what was in play this week and what did we trade and what looked good? Well, Google this week had a nice move to all-time highs. Actually started off the week on Monday morning with a loss on that, but it did put a new all-time high yesterday and it got a little bit of a topping candle there. Look how quickly it's coming back today. They still have appetite for that. BE had another big week until it came back to the 8-day and held. Tesla's been all over the place this week, but still in the range. It has earnings next week. And by the way, next week we get Netflix, Lam Research is in there. You have Intel in there. You have Tesla next week. You have IBM along with a host of other names. Huge week for earnings. We start getting some bigger tech names in. Tesla's still sitting here, can't break above this 440 area, and that's what we're watching for. Walmart had a huge week, put a new all-time high before coming in a little bit, but overall trading well. AMD put a new all-time high in yesterday and has had a strong week. We traded that multiple times. Meta provided some trades this week, although it's still stuck. What else going on this week? Salesforce traded that yesterday, had a beautiful trade, bought stock. I actually covered it today. So, I bought stock at 255 yesterday. I covered it today by selling the November 260 calls against it, taking in $7.50 a premium. And that is a real nice amount to take in on it. And, that'll offer me some nice little protection there on that. And then I can just roll them around. But overall held it okay. NVIDIA had a very, kind of stuck, but holding the 50-day. Oracle provided a nice quick trade on their guiding up again, but it came back in. It's not holding in. It's kind of the thing going on here. Names that should be stronger aren't really holding in like we'd want them to, but these were all providing trades this week. Apple here is trying to break to the upside after a big down candle. Is actually stronger than the markets and it's almost back to where it broke down from that 255 area. So eyes on that one. Help me out, guys. Amazon still looks particularly weak here in this market. Palantir came down, tested the 50-day area again and held and still remains in a consolidation mode. Hood also looking weak. Thought might get to the 50-day, has worked its way back up today, but not looking great. Coin stronger than I would have thought today, with Bitcoin still being weak but hanging in. Any names, guys, I should be talking about that I'm forgetting here today? Just trying to think, looking around out there. Amazon remains a mess under the 200-day here, just they don't seem to want it. So, bottom line, Apple popping now new highs of the day. Good look. I'll do charts on Sunday. This market seems more concerned about China than anything else. And we're not going to, if we're calling the trade war off, that's going to be good for the markets. The Fed goes into their blackout this week. We're less than 2 weeks away from the Fed meeting. Everybody's expecting rate cuts, and this bank weakness may just also give them more cover to do so. Charts on Sunday morning. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to try to get healthy and catch you guys on Monday.